Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. Entertainment only. Okay, yes, I know what I said yesterday I'm going to have a look at. Yes, I will still have a look at it. However, the climate change topic I shall leave till next week. The UK elections is what I want to have a look at. So, Rishi Sunak, sorry, just moved my chair slightly forward. Rishi Sunak came out last night and said the UK will be going to the election on the 4th of July. Oh, don't you love it? 6 weeks. 6 weeks maximum. In Australia, we have 8 weeks maximum. I mean, the date is set by the government that's in play, and but no campaigning, no electoral carry on is allowed until 8 weeks before the actual election date. What also happens in Australia is that, there are party donations. They're not terribly significant in the total of things, but individual candidates, they get allocated a set amount, and it's not a lot, it's $1 something usually, per voter in their electorate that they can spend on their election campaign. So there's none of this war chest stuff. Oh, there's a puppy dog. I just had a drink of water and it must have gone up her nose. There's no sort of this, my war chest is bigger than your chest, let's campaign for 3 years type thing. So anyhow, let's have a look. Not a perfect system, but it's not bad either. So the UK election, 4th of July in 6 weeks' time. The two major parties are the Conservative Party, also known as the Tories. They are right to centre-right, centre-right to right. They're the ones that had the Boris Johnson, which was the Trump wannabe, then followed by Liz Truss and then Rishi Sunak. I don't even think they've had an election since Boris Johnson was tossed. So they haven't faced the fire yet. The other main party is the Labor Party. They are central to central left. So they are the moderate left-leaning. The Tories are the right to far right. We then have the Liberal Democrats, who are the centrist party, and we have the Scottish National Party, and we have the Independent Party, and then there's a lot of little sprinkling ones, 1 and 2. So, currently sitting, the Conservative Party has 344 seats. The Labor Party has 205. The Liberal Democrats, who have a lot in common with the Labor Party, have 15. And the Scottish National Party, I believe, have 13. And the Independents have 17. So, which way is it going to go? Now, it's a lot. What happens in an election is it's not so much that oppositions win elections, it's just the incumbent government loses it because of voter dissatisfaction. And it's basically comes down to not happy with your job, I'm going to vote for the other mob type thing. What you find in countries like the UK and Australia, yes, there used to be a rusted on, this is the way my father voted and my grandfather voted, so this is how I'll vote. That's really changed over the last decade or so. So, yes, there are some still rusted on and will believe anything that they're told, but an increasing number are actually using their own mouse. So let's have a look. I'm going to draw on, I'm going to say the Conservatives is one block, and then I'm going to have the Labor coalition as another block. So I suspect Labor will join coalition forces with the Liberal Dems and potentially a third party. It'd be nice if it wasn't just two, would be more than enough. Okay, how is the upcoming election going to go in the UK for the Conservative Party, also known as the Tories, being led by Rishi Sunak? Likes to make himself out as a person of the people. However, he is multi-millionaire, if not billionaire, due to a silver spoon upbringing, etc. But how's it going to go? Come on down, let's have a look. For the Conservatives, right, well, they don't half tell you who they are. This is my way or the highway, um, wanting to take control. Do not be, look at the policies, look at the people behind the leader. Rishi Sunak, like many of his ilk, is a very smooth talker, and he's very proficient at coming across as the casual nice guy. Um, there are several of those throughout the world in similar positions, but have a just look at it. Look at their actual policies. I mean, this is the party that bought you Brexit. This is the party that, well, Boris Johnson having his wild parties during the pandemic lockdowns, etc. Look at the cutting the NHS, giving millionaires and billionaires tax breaks. Have a look at the policies behind the party, because this is who they are. I think as Beau of the Fifth Column, and if you're not subscribed to Beau, please go over there and definitely do so, BEAU of the Fifth Column. As he would put it, they want to rule, not to represent. Okay. Challenged by finding themselves in a wounded position with their back up against the wall. The messaging around the Conservative Party at the moment is not good. So they may even, okay, I would not be surprised if a number of Conservative Party MPs come out suddenly during the course of the next week and announce that they are not going to run. That's just the feeling I'm getting. Do not be surprised if this happens. Okay, foundation, we've got the government. This is what they're sitting in at the moment. They are in government. In the past, they were seen as the powerful protection, the moneyed party. Often these parties, now we've got a Conservative Party in Australia called the Liberal National Party. These parties often spout themselves as being financially responsible. However, they always seem, whenever they get in power, it's pork barreling, it's buying votes, it's giving tax cuts to the billionaires and to multi-mega companies, cutting back on health and welfare, etc. And they end up plunging the country into massive amounts of debt, which then it's a bit like in the US as well. When you get the Democrats in, they bring the budget back on even keel, and then the Republicans get in and they crash it again, and it's just back and forth. Similar in Australia with the Liberal National Party, the Conservative Party crashing the budget, and then the Labor Party gets back in and they bring it back to where it should be, and then the Liberals get in again a few sessions later. So very much it's similar in the UK. The Conservative Party were all about big business, wealthy portions of the population, but it's in the past. So, crowning this reading, wow, a lot of messages coming, a lot of headlines. Of course, it's going to be clickbait city in the UK. Absolutely, as the media are all scrambling to get your clicks. A lot of headlines coming out really quickly. So I was asking about the Conservative Party. However, their basket may be empty. The immediate future for them, it's disappointment in the harvest, unable to harvest. It's almost like there's this money tree that they can't get access to. And I'm not saying it's a money tree itself. It's more about the way that the budget has gone for the country and the basket is empty. It may simply be that they just don't again crash the economy. Okay. Externally, a lot of people are hurting financially. This may even be people hurting financially and seeing those on the upper echelons doing pretty all right, thank you very much, due to conservative policy, and people are going to make the decision with their hip pocket. It's going to be a difficult election for them to spin, the Conservatives, because people are financially hurting in the UK. The majority, those that have it and have been awarded it in the past by the Conservatives, yeah, they're sitting pretty. But those that are the meat and butter, the bread and butter, the meat and gravy, the meat and potatoes of the UK are really hurting. So it's going to be a hard spin for them. And I think they might face an emotional overwhelming and a cleansing out internally. So perhaps they might be looking at a new partnership or a new way to spin it. But they may also, I think, you might find that a number of Conservative MPs are simply going to say, right, I qualify for my pension, see you later. Now, in the UK, the system is they have the House of Lords, which is similar to the Senate in the US and Australia, but it is not an elected Senate. It is, I believe, it is a honorary title, who your father and grandfather and great-grandfather were, position. And so we are really looking at the House MPs, perhaps getting a good dose of salts through them like a Bondi cram. Hope and fears, the voter. Ooh, they fear the voter. They also hope that the voter will vote for them, but I think they fear the voter. The outcome for the Conservative Party, the Queen of Pentacles, putting forward symbol of protection and of healing. I'm drawn to the peacock here in this particular card with the Queen of Pentacles. They'll try and spin up what they achieved, what they think they achieved, but it's very much peacocking. Okay. Now the peacock is, as you know, well, he can fly up to the top of the fence post, but he's got this it's all about glitz and glamour and prestige. His plumage basically prevents him from escaping actually being effective. It's all about the preening and the plumage. Pardon me, which is what they're going to try and sell. Got the Sun card, full illumination of who they are. Beware of the false knight. So I'm not at the election actually yet. Just beware what they're going to offer. Because if they had the ability to offer it, why do they wait to the election to actually bring it forward, bring their policies forward? Just beware of the false knight. Okay. Where am I going? Am I still going on the top? Okay. You've got Rishi Sunak bringing forward the message, his circle of support hanging around him. But I've then got the smoke and mirrors. The smoke and mirrors, disappointment with what's on offer, and they're going to find themselves potentially isolated, or they're going to have the light shone on them as being the snake in the path. We've got the best of the democracy here, the star, and a new beginning. So I'm thinking there's probably going to be a change. And then we've got here the Two of Swords, the truth of it, and turning on each other as they face the harsh truth and something unexpected out of left field coming for them. And I wonder if that's because we've got the Moon card, the Devil card, the Abuse card, and the Death card on the bottom. The win at any cost, Abuse card, the Devil, and ending. So I don't feel it's going. I will read again closer to the election, but I don't feel it's going to be a good outcome for the Conservative Party. And I would not be surprised if there are a number of MPs that say, I've got a very tasty pension for life. I don't need this. See you later on the Conservative side, which then means if they go to elections in those particular areas, there's not name familiarity. Any Conservative that then stands in that seat is an unknown element. So, which forces voters to them. Why have I got such a cough? I know my daughter's had a head cold and I had a little bit of one, but it disappeared quite quickly after I took the vitamin C and vitamin D and had a good night's sleep. But there's a reason. It may be that the Conservatives are struggling to get the message out there. So I want to look at the Conservatives are going to really struggle to get the message out of there. And I think they're going to be seen as stealers of the truth. Let's see, I'll put my bias aside. Let's have a look to see how the Labor cooperative. I had the word before. Oh, I'm having a brain moment at them right now. Coalition. Show me how will the Labor coalition go. I mean, they may not even need a coalition, but let's have a look. How will the Labor, I'll say Labor and or a Labor coalition go in the upcoming UK election? Have another look closer to the date, but let's have a look. Labor and or the Labor coalition. It's a lot harder to sell a progressive left-leaning message because it requires a lot of explanation, whereas the right, far right, they just basically have a three-word fear-mongering campaign. We've got the same in Australia with our Peter Dutton as the leader of our federal Conservative Right Party. He's got no policy. He just comes out with fear and spouting unbacked up declarations of what they'll do, unbacked by reality. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. How will the Labor and or Labor coalition go? How will Labor and or the Labor coalition go? That one. Come on down. Let's have a look. Right. Oh dear. Well, do I need? Oh, the Labor. Are they going to really stab themselves in the back? I do not like that as a first out card. This is the here and now, though, on this side. So they are in a vulnerable position. I think they might have been caught on the hop, actually, in regards to this announcement. Caught on the hop, and these swords are hanging over them at the moment. And the challenge is the voter, getting their message across to the voter. Because I don't know that they've got formulated policies. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting that. That's why we weren't actually expecting an election they had until I think about January or February next year to call it. I just think Labor and or the Labor coalition have been caught on the hop. So they are going to have to really pull their finger out. Their challenge is going to be to win over the voter. The energies that they're in at the moment is bringing forward an offer of an alternative. Again, look at the policies that they're offering. In the past, balance, moderation, temperance, they are seen in the past as a more balanced, peaceful party. Crowning this reading, new message, powerful new message, new planning, I really think that they're going to spend a couple of weeks trying to find the starting blocks, and then they'll come out. It's not who starts the race first, it's who ends the race first. So new beginning, new message, new communication, new plan. Yeah, I'm feeling like they're doing some. Pardon me, now I'm really getting choked up because I really feel like that first 2 weeks they are being caught on the back foot where they're still in the change rooms. They haven't even found the starting blocks. So I'm really feeling there's going to be some 36-hour days that they're putting in. Okay, where are we going forward? 9 of Cups can be the be careful what you wish for card, but it's also offering to the patrons is what I'm getting there. It's what they will be offering. This is the immediate future. A brighter future externally, full illumination. I think there will be transparency in their policies that they bring forward and brighter internally. They will have their backs up against the wall, absolutely, about what message that they want to bring forward. 9 of Wands. So we've got 2 9s, we've got 2 10s, and the rest are court cards or major arcana cards. Nearing an end of a cycle, new beginning. So internally, they're putting their offer forward, putting this message forward. Yeah, okay, nearing the end of a cycle. So this is them putting the offer out there, presenting the offer to the people. Okay. Hopes and fears, the King of Swords, the bringing forth of truth and wisdom and knowledge and clarity. So, yeah, I think they're going to do that. Shining the light on the snake in the past. I think they're going to do that too. And then the decision of which way to go will be left up to the voters. This is the voting itself. The decision will be that of the voters. Do they continue on down into the thicket with the same old, or do they explore this new lit path? And another 10. 10 of Pentacles. Ending of a cycle, but I think it just could also be opening up the treasure chest to the ordinary people. Because what have you got here? 2 possums. Opening up the treasure chest to the ordinary people rather than the bigwigs. And then we've got balance, justice, actions having consequences. The Queen of Cups playing on the emotions. And then we've got the moderator, the diplomat, the stable. It's looking better for the conservative/conservative coalition. But I think, as I said, I think they've been caught not just even on the wrong foot. I think they've been caught still in the change room. In fact, they might even be caught in the car driving to the grounds. So yeah, it's going to take them a couple of weeks, and you've only got 6 weeks, couple of weeks to get off the starting blocks, and then they've got a hard sell. But I really feel it's more. This is why Sunak has called the election here and now. I do feel it looks better for the conservative coalition, but it's not a given. They've got a hard road to plough, and they need to get their boots on. Okay, their running shoes on. Okay, let's see how it plays. I'll look a bit closer to the election once some information comes out about policies, etc. So catch you shortly. Bye-bye.